Hello guys, welcome to Index Trader channel. Today we are going to discuss about Nifty expiry trading analysis 4th June. This is a continuation video of last Sunday. So last Sunday we saw that from the analysis Nifty can move up to 10,000 and today the closing was about 10,000. So Nifty followed our analysis and today we need to check whether this will continue or this will reverse on various data. So we need to check with the data. So now we proceed with the analysis right now. So first we move on to the Nifty EMA setup. So we saw that Nifty crossed EMA 20 and 40 and above it showed a big rally here. There was continuous 4 green candles and today also up move, but because of the profit booking, so it turned red. But we can say that it is Nifty is getting resistance at 100 EMA, we can say. So here we can see that 100 EMA is what building a resistance here. Now I will show one more thing also here. We need to see the weekly chart here. Nifty tried to hit 20 EMA of weekly EMA, weekly chart, 20 EMA of weekly chart. So it is closed right now above 20 EMA, but we need to check at the end of the week whether it is crossed this 20 EMA, closing is above this 9994 or it is below that. We need to see that. But before that we will not be in a position to conclude this data. And one more thing, we will check the Bollinger Band here. So this is the Bollinger Band. So the mid line of the Bollinger Band is acting as a resistance as of now. So that also acting as a resistance. 100 EMA of day chart is acting as a resistance. So those both acting as a resistance in EMA setup. Now we move on to the next. This setup is showing even though bullish, but it is getting resistance right now. So there is a slowdown here. So this space could not be continued because of the resistances here. So now we move on to the next one, that is the Fibonacci setup. In the Fibonacci setup we can see that, so we saw this 50% can be tested, and that was tested here. Yesterday the closing was above this line, and because of it we can say today the closing was about 10,000. It was because of the gap up and then profit booking happened. So Fibonacci is also suggesting a bullish thing, but this area will be retraced again. So we need to watch out for this. So before moving further movement, there should be a consolidation here and then further up move, but we need to check other data also. Volume is also, today we need to see that the sell volume is higher than the buy volume, so there is a considerable amount of selling happened today. So now we move on to the next price action. The price action, we can see here there is a resistance at this gap. This gap is acting as a strong resistance right now. That is around 300 to 160 to 300. There is also some resistance here. So as we analyzed last week that it will test here, that is 10,025. Today it has even closed above that. It has retested this level. So that confirms that the price action is bullish, but here we can see some kind of profit booking. It's what worrying us, whether this trend will continue or not, because this zone has to be broken, whether the profit booking is happening or selling happening. So we need to look out for other data in the coming week. So now we move on to the option chain analysis. So in the option chain of this for tomorrow expiry for June, so here we can see that 10,100 is right now acting as a strong support here. We can see that a solid amount of put writing on hold. So 10,100 will be acting as a strong support here, and here we can see that 10,200 is acting as a strong resistance. Global cues is solid positive, so again tomorrow a gap up is possible because of the Dow going upside. Even it today it crossed around 26,000 landmark, so that also is positive for the market to uphold fund above 10,180 today's mark. Then we can say that then there is a possibility there to fill this gap, but there is a lot of resistance here. It tried 2 times today, but it could not sustain. So the trading range should be of around 10,200 to 10,000, but 10,100 is acting as a solid resistance. But by the going by the participants data, the proprietary desks and the FIIs, there are considerable call writing and put writing both happen. So tomorrow will be a more of a range bound session than a trending session. So both the sides move can come. As even today also both the sides movement happen, but similar to that tomorrow also can happen such kind of move. Even profit booking is also possible tomorrow, but mostly of a range bound session will be there. So the range should be of 10,200 to 10,000. That is what looking right now. So now we move on to the futures data. Futures data, there was some kind of profit booking here. There was some closing in the open interest. OI position got closed here, so that also suggesting that upside is limited right now. You can see that the FIIs are buying here and the DIIs are selling. So FIIs buying is positive for the market. Whether they will continue or not, we need to see till the end of this week. And right now we move on to the intraday here, intraday setup. So in the intraday setup we can see that in the hour chart, this area, that is 305 to 157, will be acting as a strong resistance, and this zone will be a trading zone for tomorrow. That is 9998 will be acting as a strong support. Even today's low, that is 10,035 will be a strong support for tomorrow. So breaking that will lead to this one. So this area will be a trading range for tomorrow, but more of a consolidation tomorrow than a trending market tomorrow. But the opening is very important. Even the opening is above this area, there will be a sell off here, and then only will proceed. But one thing we need to note down that the FIIs are buyers today. They bought index futures, they bought stock futures also. That is giving a positive sign today, but that is more of a gap only. There is no market sustainability seen today. So today also they were buying index futures and stock futures, but we need to see that whether tomorrow it will hold this level or not. But holding this level is very important for further up move, but closing below this level tomorrow will need to fall in the coming days. So we need to watch out for this zone for the next trading session. So hit like button and subscribe to our channel, and any queries or comments please do share. Thanks for watching. Thank you.